Hello and welcome to Military Mayday. We're pointing out a few pieces on the chessboard. This is a Russian battleship that was hit by a Ukrainian missile or drone. Photos emerged of Russian Askold missile carrier destroyed in Kerch. The first photograph of the Russian Askold missile carrier that was destroyed in Zaliv shipyard as temporarily occupied Crimea have appeared online. The source of it is the Center for Strategic Communications, Crimean Wind. Ukraine's Center for Strategic Communications, StratCom, says the ship has sustained significant damage and may be beyond repair. I don't know about that. Let's see. I can't get this to go backwards. There it is. Bam. See that? There it was. They say it was a missile. There's some piece flying back over there. Look at that shit. Boom. Lieutenant General Mykola Oleshchuk, commander of Ukraine's Air Force, reported that Ukraine pilots carried out airstrikes on the infrastructure of Zaliv's shipbuilding yard in Kerch. At the time, it was not known for sure whether the ship had been destroyed. Following the explosions, Russia's claimed for half a day that fragments of downed missiles had fallen on one of the dry docks. Okay. It was not until late on the evening of the 4th of November that Russian Defense Ministry said that the ship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet had been stationed at the Kerch shipyard has been damaged. On the morning of the 5th of November, Oleshchuk confirmed that the Ukrainian military had sunk one of the most modern ships in Russia's Black Sea Fleet, the Caliber cruise missile. Say sunk? I don't think it sunk it. So anyway, looks like we got a hit, but I don't know. It kind of looks like the shit's blowed outwards. See how the shit looks like it's bent back, like there's an internal explosion. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know nothing about bombs like when it comes to that shit. Russia's military suffers blows as Ukraine deploys a new weapon. Ukrainian defense industry manufacturer announced Monday that domestically produced kamikaze drones were all ready to be deployed in Kiev's fight against Russia. According to an interview published The Economic Truth with Herman Smitinen, general director of the state-owned weapons producer, the drones, which have a maximum range of 1,000 kilometers or 621 miles, that's pretty decent, were produced with the help of foreign suppliers. The spokesperson Natalie said announced on a Facebook post that in June that a successful test had been conducted using a drone with the capability of reaching 1,000 kilometers. It is produced. Smitinen told Economic Truth when asked for updates on the weapons, in particular a cooperation with foreign partners. Where exactly? I will not tell you for security reasons. The main thing is that they fly and explode, and the Defense Forces ordered them. That's great. Sentiment did not provide additional details about the new weapons, and Newsweek reached out to Ukraine's defense ministry via email for additional information. The newly produced drones, excuse me, appear to be longest range unmanned aerial vehicles at Ukraine's disposal. In August, Ukrainian President, they've got U.S. bad boys they got Vladimir Zelensky announced that this country had developed a weapon that could hit targets up to 700 kilometers, 400 miles away. According to a report by the Associated Press, Ukraine's military has relied heavily on its so-called army of drones and its 20-month-long war against Russia. According to British think tank, the Royal United Service Institute, Kiev uses approximately 10,000 UAVs a month, including kamikaze drones, loitering munitions, and reconnaissance drones. During the interview with Economic Truth, Smitinen said that the long-range drones being produced by whatever are not similar to the Iranian Shahed drones that Moscow often deploys. However, other manufacturers are working on building such weapons. There are many state and I actually went over an article about those drones. There are many state and private manufacturers in Ukraine. We have an analog of Shaheds, and there are also more powerful models because Shaheds do not fly that far. We focused on productions of more complex and expensive projects with high performance. Well, I bet they do. They got all America's money. Meanwhile, Russia had struggled to keep up with its own demand for weapons supplies and has long relied on Iranian made weapons to replenish its own stockpile. Moscow has also reportedly begun production on a new naval training vessel designed to teach pilots to intercept Ukrainian drones. Russia has begun slowly catching up to retain stockpile of UAVs, according to Marina Miron, a postdoctoral researcher at the Department of War Studies at King's College London, who previously spoke with Newsweek. The UK Defense Ministry noted last week that Russia's recently debuted Lancet uncrewed UAVs have highly likely been one of the most effective new capabilities of that Russians have fielded in Ukraine over the last 12 months. Into that article. And I got one more. Aide to Ukrainian armed forces commander killed by explosive in birthday present. Excuse me. A top aide to Ukraine's army commander was killed in Kiev by an explosive that went off as he returned home with a birthday present on Monday. Yeah. An unknown explosive device went off, and one of the birthday gifts from the beginning of full-scale invasion was a reliable shoulder for me. He completely devoted his life to the armed forces in Ukraine and the fight against Russian aggression, said whoever. Most likely he was a snitch. He was selling secrets. He was turning evidence over, and they fucking blew him up. Ukraine National Police confirmed a 39-year-old Ukrainian serviceman died in a residential complex on the outskirts of the capital from a grenade detonation. His 13-year-old son was seriously injured, they said, adding they have opened an investigation of the careless handling of munitions. Police have not identified a suspect. The reasons and circumstances around the death established during a pre-trial investigation. So Shuley said that he'd been married with 4 children, according to his wife. Bought home a bag containing a bottle of alcohol and glasses in the shape of grenades that had been gifted to him. Ukrainian news website Ukrainska Prava reported, citing law enforcement sources, an explosive occurred as he opened the package. Ukrainska Prava said, "Yeah, that's an inside job right there." Okay, well, anyway, if you enjoy this content, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you, and toodaloo.